On this episode of Sloan's Wilderness Expeditions, we'll be exploring both old and new areas to us in Kentucky's Red River Gorge, with towering arches, rock shelters, waterfalls, and scenic views. Come along for the adventure, and be sure to like and subscribe.
Hey fellow expeditionists, we're back in Kentucky's Red River Gorge.
And today we're exploring the Copperas Creek watershed. We're going to be looking for some hidden arches and a cool waterfall. We're back in our home away from home, Kentucky's Red River Gorge, specifically the unofficial Copperas Creek Trail. It's been 5 years since we hiked this area, but we never searched for the hidden arches here, and that is our goal for this hike. Whether we find them or not, it's always an amazing time hiking in the red. So we just got off of the main unofficial Copperas Creek trail on another user trail to try to find one of the arches down here. So I've just got a small map that somebody had PM'd me some time ago. I've been meaning to get down here and check these arches out for a long time. So let's see if we can find them. The trail up to our first arch looked more like an animal trail, definitely not well traveled, which made it feel even more hidden. The humidity was palpable in this almost rainforest-like setting. The ground was wet from all the springs and seeps coming out of the cliffs. Alright, we're getting our first glimpse of Hopewell Arch. Well, there it is, folks. It took some rock scrambling, climbing up some muddy areas, but Hopewell Arch. There's a bit of a rock scramble to reach the Hopewell Arch, but it's oh so worth it. While there were a lot of hikers on the main Copperas Creek trail, there was absolutely nobody up here. We had the arch all to ourselves. I always love exploring the inside of rock shelters and arches and seeing all of the formations from the erosion inside these things. You can see this has got a lot of iron in it. Then you got little balls of sandstone still trying to hang around. And you got literal iron. I mean, that's like, it looks like your part of your car that's rusted out. Yeah, Hopewell Arch is quite a bit bigger than I was expecting. I knew there were some hidden arches in the Copperas Creek area, but I really didn't expect it to be quite this impressive. So that is Hopewell Arch. Took a little work to get there. We had to earn it. Totally worth it. Much bigger than I expected. Best part, nobody else was up there. Had it totally to ourselves. Wow, that is really angular. Looks really out of place. It kind of looks
alien. Whoa, check that out, Dad. There's a creek that goes down to an underwater cave.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, Copperas Creek is known as often being a dry creek bed, but it's mostly because this ground here has a lot of underground crevices and caverns that the water finds its way into before it ever makes it down to the Red River. We found the next path up a ravine that should lead to more arches, in particular Snow Arch, Double Deer Arch, and possibly more. But unlike the path to Hopewell Arch, this path was even less defined, with lots of overgrowth and tree blowdowns. We had to pick our steps carefully, but we may have bit off more than we could chew. Well, they weren't kidding about the hard to follow trail and all the blowdowns.
No.
Alright, there are allegedly 3 arches up this trail. But as you can see, our trail, and we are still on the trail, is so overgrown that we don't feel it's really worth it at this point. Trying to push through all that stuff, especially in tick territory.
Yeah, and I already hurt myself twice in 5 minutes.
He did. So I think we're calling that and just saying, you know what, Hopewell Arch was good enough. It's a really cool arch. We'll have to come back sometime when the leaves are down, maybe late fall or something, and try this again, huh?
Yeah.
Though we were disappointed that we couldn't make it to the other arches, we knew they would still be there for us when we returned someday in a more favorable season. In the meantime, we were still enjoying our hike along the creeks and weaving through the giant boulders along the way.
Hey, check out all the life on this rock.
It's very green, very mossy, very cool.
One thing I love about hiking the Appalachian foothills is that it seems like we're traveling through a rainforest.
It really does. Nothing like this back in Indiana, is there?
No, there isn't.
We sat and had lunch while watching the small stream tumble more than 40 feet over the rock ledge, one of the most photographed features in all of Red River Gorge. Well, fellow expeditionists, that does it for our Copperas Creek exploration today, seeing Hopewell Arch and the Copperas Creek Falls. Catfish, what are your thoughts on that little adventure?
I thought the waterfall at the end was really cool. It's just a really big rock shelter. I thought that Hopewell Arch was also cool.
For sure.
Yeah, we didn't get to find the other arches because there was lots of overgrowth there and we just couldn't get through all of it, but the rest of it was cool.
Yep, absolutely. We didn't make it up to that, but you know, we had already seen reports that it was possible we wouldn't, so we were prepared for that, but at least we tried. Right now we are back at our campsite, just chilling out and having an amazing evening here in Red River Gorge.